In this video, we're covering profits and discounts. So a profit is the amount of money made on a sale, and if it's a negative, it's actually known as a loss. So profits can be calculated by using profit equals selling price minus the cost price. So if we are selling an item for $50 and the company paid $30 to get it or make it, then we've made $20 profit. Now, a markup is the amount added to that cost price. All right, and usually this is to make the profit. So selling price is cost price plus the markup price. The next thing we need to look at is our percentage profit or loss. And this is important because a lot of stores use this to show how much they're making on an item. And this can be found by dividing the profit by the cost price and then multiplying it by 100. So our percentage profit would be our profit over cost and then times 100. All right. So the same works for loss as well. So if we're doing percentage loss, it's your loss over cost times 100. So sometimes with these kind of problems, it's best to actually just, let's do some examples and I can show you how to answer some of these questions. So the first one we have here is determining profit. So a manufacturer produces an item for $400 and then goes and sells it for $540. We need to find its profit. Now remember, when we're determining profit, our profit was the sale price minus the cost price. So for our example, the sale price is how much we were selling it for, so $540. The cost price was how much it cost to make, in this case $400. So therefore our profit on this item is $140. The next part is we want to actually express this or show this as a profit, this profit as a percentage. Now remember what I said before, that our percentage profit is our profit that we made over the cost price, and then we times it by 100. So for this example, we know we made $140. It cost us $400 to make. So we're going to go 140 over 400, times it by 100, and we end up with 35%. All right. Another type of question you may get is when you have to calculate the selling price after a markup. So in this example, we have an electrical store marks up its systems by 30%. If the cost price is $800, what are they selling this for? So if you remember, we need to find what 30% of 8,000 is. Now, if you haven't done this before, usually what we do is our percentage amount. Let me zoom in so I can write a little neater. Our percentage amount is our quantity that we started with multiplied by our percentage over 100. So in this example, we have $8,000. We're going to times it by 30 over 100. So that ends up with 2,400. Then we need to add this back to the original. So what we end up with is our selling price is going to cost that 8,000 that we started with, or it cost to make, plus our 2,400, that is our markup. So we end up actually selling this item for 10,400. Alright, last example, calculating the original price after discount example. Okay, So a toy shop discounts a toy by 10%. If the sale price, so that new price is now $10.80, we need to find the original cost. So how I like to do this is what we call the unitary method. Alright, so we write down some information that we do know. I know that it's been discounted by 10%, so we actually only have 90% left. And I know that that costs $10.80. I know that 90% is $10.80 because that's the discount. So now why we call this the unitary method is because we're trying to find what 1 unit is worth. So to do that, I'm going to divide everything by 90. So 90 divided by 90 is 1%. And then $10.80 divided by 90 is 12 cents. Okay? Now I'm going to keep it as dollars though. Now that I know what 1% is, I can do the same thing to find what 100% is. So I can times everything by 100. So 1 times 100 is 100%. And then our 0.12 times 100 is $12. So the original price was $12. Now this can work for anything, the unitary method. Let's say it said, well, we want to find what 50% is of the original cost. You could times it by 50 to find what it is.